And that rather threw him, and Andy Smith pounced to go 5-4 up and then seal the win 6-4. Prior to that, he beat Johnny Haynes 6-1 in the first round and had to come through the UK qualifiers, seeing off Campbell Jackson and Pete Dias just to make it to Dusseldorf, the Pie Man.
Also outside the 25, throwing in Andy Hamilton.
But yes, I think it's fair to say Andy Hamilton got the job done over Darren Webster. Wasn't really pushed too hard in that 6-2 win, but got over the line.
That's outside the 25. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
And as they often say, just get that first win on the board, that first taste of the stage. And that's what Hamilton was able to do. And make it through to the third round for the first time in the European Tour in 2014.
And he does have the advantage of throwing first here, and he finds a trouble with his second dart.
85.
The man Andy Hamilton beat in his opening match, Johnny Haynes, no doubt be cheering on his mate Andy Smith, with whom he's travelled to Dusseldorf this weekend and will be travelling back. As we told you earlier, Haynes will be travelling in the back of the car. That was the deal.
Yes, a likeable character on the circuit for a good few years now, Andy Smith. Good mates as well with Terry Jenkins. Terry Jenkins not here this weekend. The Bull. I mean, he has won around about half a dozen PDC ranking titles in the last decade. He's been on the scene for a good 20 years as Andy Smith.
Lovely shot, the first two darts hitting the treble 20 for the Pie Man, and with the third one. But already the Hammer's coming under pressure on his own throw in this opening leg.
The winner of this one will face either Peter Wright or Justin Pipe. Those two play each other next here.
Yeah, just seen Justin, says he's practicing well. All he needs to do is take it up on stage. We saw Peter Wright take an incredible display up on the stage as Andy the Pie Man Smith looks to fill it up. Has left himself gobble top for a potential 13-darter. Andy Hamilton not even on a finish yet on his own throw. Yeah, 111 average from Peter Wright, beating Michael Smith convincingly.
Yes, playing with a hell of a lot of confidence at the moment is Peter Wright. And who can blame him with a performance like that he put in this afternoon. But it is tops then for an early break of throw from Andy Smith here. Double 10. And yes, gets it. A 15-darter, but it is a break of throw.
Well, Andy Smith, when he beat Johnny Haynes in the opening round, he was averaging 96. That dropped to about 89 when he took on Bob Thornton. The Hammer, as we mentioned, an 85 average in his win over Darren Webster. He's going to have to up his game significantly. He's struggled on the European Tour so far this year. May just take one weekend to turn things around. He did win a tournament, his first one for a number of years. At the start of this year, UK Open qualifier.
17.
Well, it's a bit of a nightmare visit from Andy Smith there. Not sure if he might have been put off by the lights flicking on and off in the ballroom here. That's what some of the cheers have been about from this German crowd. better stuff this from Andy Smith, looking to bounce back from that visit of 17 with a maximum and has to settle for 121.
Yeah, Smith's win over Robert Thornton this afternoon. That one took a while to get going. It was a bit of a slow burner.
83.
And as it was, Robert Thornton really will feel that he should have won that game, but the number 4 seed seen off by this man here, Andy Smith.
Oh, doing very well at finding the trouble with his first 2 darts. He's done it on a number of visits. Only one of them has been converted to a maximum, though. He needed the maximum there to get down to a finish. Well, Andy Hamilton needs a couple of trebles if he's going to get to one himself. And Andy Smith, I have to say, still the favourite in this leg. Certainly is now. Could be going into a 2-0 lead. Needs to set this up nicely. Ideally be looking to leave himself double top. And 98 left. That tidies up to leave him around 80.
The quarter-final place and £3,000 in prize money up for grabs for those making it to the last 8.
24.
Buy a lot of pastries with £3
And
grand.
you require 80.
So Andy Smith, he's got 6 darts from here. Andy Hamilton's on a bogey. Well, he's throwing it like he's got 50 darts, because that is an absolute shocker of a dart. Oh dear me, Andy Smith. Right, it's a good last dart, but it does leave him rather oddly with double 7.
Yes.
I'm not sure if he's miscounted there. I assume he has.
Yes, he's looking quizzically at the scoreboard from the back of the stages, Andy Smith.
58. And you require 40.
Right. Not a favourite double 7.
Andy
Andy Smith makes a nonsense of that.
Third leg, Andy Hamilton.
And he's 2-0 up here.
Yes, a good start for the man from Studley. An unconventional finish maybe. Double 7, not one we often see getting left. It wasn't intentional, but he hit it. That's the most important thing.
You see a few of them when Mensur Suljevic is playing. He loves a double 14. As he splits it, he's down to double 7. There aren't many others who tend to go that route on a regular basis.
You mentioned £3 grand to buy a lot of pies. It would also buy a lot of dog food. Andy Hamilton recently got a dog, and lots of walks in the morning. That's helped to shed a few pounds, and he says he's feeling good and feeling a lot better for it.
I'm glad you clarified that. I thought you were suggesting pie man eating dog food at the minute. Andy Hamilton just needs to get a first leg on the board. He's got a healthy lead in this one on his throw. He's trying to settle him down, work his way into this match. He can be a slow starter at times, the hammer. This is a better leg of darts. Down to a finish after 3 visits to the board. The pie man, even a maximum, won't get him to a finish himself, but it certainly helped. Oh, it's a fly. It's gone careering past the first 2 darts. He looked to slam into them.
We'll look to try and find a big treble here. Well, can't do so. So he will be back for a possible 2-darter though. Will the hammer.
Pie man certainly looking a lot more dangerous than the hammer around the treble 20 bed in these first 2.5 legs. But the hammer should get at least a shot at the bullseye here. Well, maybe not. 82 less. So treble 14. No, he wants a bull for double 16. He's not got it, so he's going to come back for double top if the pie man doesn't take out 135. Now, he'll probably start on the bullseye. I think that's at the 11, so he's not going to go out. And he can set it up a bit. 64 left. So treble 16 for the Pieman would leave double 8.
Just having a think about which way to go.
It's a good last start. I think he's probably just double checking following that last leg where he left himself double 7. Can put some seeds of doubt into your mind. A smile from the Pieman. He's happy he thinks he got his match right, but it's the hammer who gets the leg on the ball.
Full play, Andy Smith, the throw first, game on.
Just what the hammer needed. He tries to work his way back into this match. Broken in the first leg of the game. So work to do for the hammer. Former UK Open finalist, former World Championship finalist. A man with undoubted quality.
139.
But a man whose form has not really been there for these past few weeks and months.
I would love to get his hands on some silverware, which would maybe give him that kickstart to push on. And the crowd here at the Maritime Hotel still loving the darts and loving the maximums. Not quite that time for Andy Hamilton. Has to settle for a ton 40.
It's still a very strong start to this leg, Andy Hamilton. Evidently that wind double is settling down a bit. Certainly based on the first 2 visits from this leg, 139 and 140. That's not where he wants it, so he's coming down the board and finds the treble 19. So Andy Hamilton, he's throwing better. It all seems a bit smoother. Not the most smooth and rhythmical players anyway, but so the hammer for a break back to level the match at 2 apiece. 4/19s leaves the ball. Needs to find that treble 19. You can see him just grimacing there because that dart's sticking up and it's covering a bit of the bed. He's moving over to the right-hand side of the oche to try and get into that little green bit, and he does so. What a dart from Andy Hamilton. Now back to the middle of the oche. He's staring at the ball. Can he find the little red bit in the middle of the board? For 2-all.
101.
It's a 25, but 101's no gimme. The Pieman. Can he take it out?
Good effort by Hamilton, but Andy Smith can't check out now.
65. And you require 25.
Andy Smith does like the double 18. That's what he's left himself to come back and try and take out for a 3-1 lead. Will he come back? Because the hammer's got 2 at double 8. Cross for double 4. Last dart in hand for 2 apiece. There it is. The hammer, the raw. The raw that's been sadly lacking for a little while, it has to be said. He lets you know when he's playing well, does Andy Hamilton. There we go, look, a 20 dart leg in that second leg. Andy Hamilton got that 16 darter in the third, settled down. It's a level 15 darts for him in the fourth. He can just keep producing that sort of 15, 16 darts a leg. That's what his success was built on when he went on those runs to the major finals we talked about, the UK Open and the World Championship. Just leg on leg, very consistent, gritty character. Got him in the Premier League. He just did exactly the same there.
Yes. Took him a while to get going. Andy Smith winning the first 2 legs, but now Hamilton with a chance to push on.
Pieman once again sticks 2 in the treble 20. He's only managed to fill it up once before. There's his second maximum of the match. That's a perfect dart for Andy Hamilton. I'd be disappointed if he doesn't follow it with one of his next 2.
And whether they're was a slight advantage at the start of the match. Andy Smith already having played this afternoon. Hamilton not having played since last night. And they have accounted for him taking a couple of legs to get into the groove.
Hammer just moving across the oche there. That's in the bottom of the bed, so it makes it difficult for him to follow that in. And now he's blocked up a lot of the bed. Problem is, he wants to stay on the 20. He comes reluctantly over to the 18s and can't find the treble. He is on a finish. Andy Smith can really apply some pressure. Oh, not staying straight, so just 25 scored.
85.
Important last start for Andy Smith here. So he only requires one treble for a shot at a double when he comes back. Andy Hamilton, one treble gets him a shot at the ball. He's looking at the 18s. Needs that treble. Doesn't get it. So the pie man.
And he requires 140.
Sets himself. Finds the treble 20. He's going to get a shot, Andy Smith. It's a double top for 114. Check out 3-2 lead and a breaker throw.
Oh, wow, wow,
Didn't have the
wow.
legs. Couldn't get up.
32.
Could be a big moment. An opportunity gone for Smith to snatch back. Hamilton.
Son of Quickland. And Hamilton.
Yes, a little punch.
Andy Smith to throw first.
He knows it was important to keep his nose in front with his throw and go 3-2 up there. Often been billed as the happiest man on planet darts, Andy the Pie Man Smith. Not a great deal to smile about at the end of that leg. A real chance gone begging, and Andy Hamilton, well, he's still only averaging around about the 85 mark, which is, you can see there, 85.8. That's what he was averaging when he won against Darren Webster. But because he threw first in this match, and there you go, that's the strength of it. 60% in doubles is excellent. Yes, indeed. Very good indeed. And he's just doing enough. Well, he is doing just enough at the moment, but as we saw, Andy Smith quite capable of coming from behind. He did it against Bob Thornton, 4-3 down and won it 6-4. Oh, this is good from the hammer. Wonderful dart from Andy Hamilton. 171 as good as a maximum. Gets him down to the 138 checkout.
And he requires 138.
Nadella.
Yeah, the shot that Keith Della took out to win the World Championship. He didn't do it by hitting that one. Oh. Interesting that he'd stay on the 19s there. A single 19 would have left him on 99. I'm not sure if Hammer was thinking. He must have liked the light. Well, it may not matter anyway because the pie man's looking at double 16. And there it is, 112 check out. The pie man levels things up.
Yes, well, he missed out on the opportunity of taking 114 out in the previous leg. Did take out 112. And again, important you feel to hold his throw. And we're all square after 6 legs here. As the crowd burst into song, warming up for tomorrow's World Cup final, I'm sure. Plenty of football shirts and flags and hats around the arena, proudly displaying the German flag.
81.
Oh, messy start to this leg from both players.
Yeah, it's not really got going this seventh leg as yet.
It may get nervy, it may get scrappy. Andy Hamilton's pedigree would suggest if you want to get into a fight with him, a scrap, you usually come out on the wrong side. Been a few times that the Pie Man's managed to find a trouble with his last dart in hand that has salvaged a pretty average trip to the board. It keeps him in touch in this one, with Andy Hamilton looking to hold his throw and go 4-3 up here. That is a great dart for Andy Hamilton. Can he follow it? He's not been brilliant at doing that so far. That's a bit unlucky, that dart. It's a well thrown dart. That wasn't far away. But once again, we see the Hammer put his first dart where he wants it, and he's unable to capitalise upon it, so he's not on a finish. Andy Smith needs 2 trebles to get down to a finish himself, albeit a big one. That's exactly what he's done, so the Hammer will hope he's got 6 darts from here, but he cannot guarantee it.
Very little to choose between these two in all areas, and you don't need a bounce out from the treble 19 at this stage. Well, this is a big ask for Smith.
Yeah, that bounce out could be huge, couldn't it? That bounce out really could be huge, because an extra 57 points off there would leave him on 45. That would give him 2 darts at a double. Here, the most he can get is 1. He may not get 1. And this is to hold his own throw. 82 left. It's treble 14 or bull. It's bull for double 16. The Hammer rescues it. Rescues it for the jaws of defeat. That bounce out the 57 looked like it may prove crucial, not just to that leg, but potentially the outcome of the match. But 102 checkout, a moment of real quality for the Hammer. He's managed to get his nose back in front again. 4-3 leads.
Yeah, it's a real sign of quality. Just to keep his nose back in front.
Well, the difference between 4-3 up and 4-3 down with the Pie Man throwing for a 5-3 lead is massive in a race to 6.
Yes, some people in a very laid-back mood as the evening wears on here at the Maritime Hotel.
60.
Probably just shattered. They've been jumping around the place for the last couple of hours.
Exactly. Great cover again on the treble 19s from Andy Hamilton.
And the Hammer with an opportunity to put the Pie Man under pressure. In the real world, a fight between a pie and a hammer, there's only one winner, but this is darts, this is different. Can't afford a visit without a treble here, the Pie Man. He has 1. Can he get any more? No, he can't. So 121, it's gettable. But the Hammer may get 6 darts from here. He may only need 3. What a shot this would be if it went in. It's not going to happen. But he is going to set it up to a degree. Oh, look at that. He set it up perfectly. Andy Hamilton sat on double top. And he take a 5-3 lead, unless Andy Smith can stop him. 101 left, treble 17 for Bullseye. Oh, he's hit the 2. There's a smile from the pie man.
79.
And so Andy Hamilton, that brilliant shot to set it up, the 1-2-7. Double top he wants, a 13-darter potentially to go within a leg of the quarterfinals. He's a man who's not won on the European Tour before this weekend so far this year. Double 10.
Oh, he can't do it. He can't do it.
And he required 42.
And Andy Smith comes to the Oki wanting 42 to take us to 4-4. Double 16 gets it. So we are down to a best of 3 match effectively. Just nothing to choose between these two after 8 legs.
Well, Hamilton does have the advantage of throwing first in 2 of these final 3 legs. But if the pieman is to go on and win this, the hammer will look back at those missed darts in the 8th leg that could have put him 5-3 up, and will think that was the moment. And here comes the pieman. It's his 3rd maximum in the match. It's on the hammer's throw. He needs to break the hammer at some point. He'll want to do it right now and be throwing for the match in the next leg. But back comes Andy Hamilton with a maximum of his own, and he's first in the match. Sparked into life, this one.
Quality stuff both of these men are serving up now.
100.
Following up the 180 with a ton, Andy Smith. And here he goes again, the hammer.
140.
Well, where has this come from, Andy Hamilton? It's taken the pieman to throw a maximum. For him to find his first maximum of the match, follows it with a 140. Gets himself down to a finish as he looks to go within 1 leg of the quarterfinals. Just didn't look likely to produce 2 visits back-to-back like that in the first 8 legs of this match. Oh, and he's found the treble again. Oh, and another one. So he's going to get a shot at a double rather than the bullseye.
104. And you require 121.
Well, Andy Smith may get a dart at a double or the bullseye. 61 left, 11 or treble 11. Oh, he misses the big number, Andy Smith. It's a criminal miss. He's not even missed it by a little bit either. It's quite a long way into the 8. And he's set it up, but Andy Hamilton's looking at double 9 here for a 5-4 lead.
Yeah, Andy Smith, he's missed the big number a few times this weekend at important phases of the game. And this awkward double 9, he's got a split now, 1 for double 4. Goes within 1 leg of victory. And he can't do it, he's just inside the wire.
And you require 40.
So for a break of throw, Andy Smith wants double top. This is massive and hits it.
Andy Smith. Andy Smith.
The pieman is throwing for the match on a 6-4 victory. The hammer missed a dart. He missed 2 darts for a 5-3 lead. He missed 2 darts for a 5-4 lead. And that is, as you can see there, the best leg of the match. Andy Smith pulling it out to break the hammer in the 9th leg. He starts off with a level ton. All the pressure on Andy Hamilton now. Trailing.
25.
Oh, just 25. Well, all the doubts creeping into Andy Hamilton's head.
84.
Well, the pieman came from 4-3 down to beat Robert Thornton 6-4. He trailed 4-3 here to Andy Hamilton. Hammer has missed darts to go within a leg of victory himself. He's pulled out 177 here to try and keep pace with the Pie Man, but Andy Smith still has the advantage. He's throwing first in this one. He's found a trouble with his second dart. The Hammer needs more. That 177's no good if he can't find the treble bed again. He has though. He has. Is this the Hammer digging deep? Finding that grit, that character that we've seen him display so often. He's not down to a finish. Andy Smith again, the opportunity is there. This game's there for the taking. He finds a treble again. Andy Smith is going to get down to a finish, and it could be a good one. It's not a bad 117. It's certainly gettable.
Yes, we've seen him take out 112 in this match. 117 for the match is what he'll be coming back for. Hamilton trying to find a way through to put some pressure on and leave a round ton.
60.
Can't do it. He's only scored 60.
117 for the Pie Man for the match for a 6-4 victory. 97 left, treble 19. For tops for the match. A match start for the Pie Man. Oh, it's just high. It is just high. But the Hammer, no treble in his last visit. He's left a massive one. This would be incredible if he were to take it out. He's found the first dot. And the second, Andy Hamilton, 140 for a tie game. Andy Hamilton, as if from nowhere, 140 checkout. He pulled 102 out earlier in the game. He's pulled 140 out under the most enormous pressure. The Pie Man's missed a match dart, and now Andy Hamilton is thrown for the match of the deciding leg. Unreal.
And that is the sign of a quality player who has been at the top of his game for many, many years, even though he may not have won a major, may not have won any silverware for a few years, Andy Hamilton. But what a time to pull out that 140 after Andy Smith had missed a match dart. And Andy Smith just had to smile at his opponent, the fist pump as they went into an 11th and deciding leg and a place in the quarter-final against either Peter Wright or Justin Pike. That game's up next.
Well, it's been another one of those games that started pretty slowly, but once it came to life in the dying embers, it really did come to life.
140.
Andy Hamilton, stunning 140 checkout. He hit a 177 earlier in that leg. The previous leg he hit his first 180 of the match. He started off 140, 140 in this, and he's found a ton here. And he's down to a finish. And Andy Hamilton is looking good to get a match start of some sort. But here comes the Pie Man. It's not over yet, you know. Oh, he's just gone next door.
35.
And what a difference that would have made. An extra 45 points on there to get him down to a two-darter. Will the Hammer get a shot for the match here? Treble 19 for Bull is what he wants. The treble 19 is there. Bullseye for the match. Oh, Andy Hamilton.
Well, they've waited until the end, really, to deliver the most drama in this match. And Andy Hamilton will be back for 25 to mop up the match.
And you require 25.
And all Andy Smith can do is hope.
25 for the Hammer. It's got to be 988. There's the 9. And there's the double 8. The Hammer gives it the full
Andy Hamilton claws his way back. He was 5-4 down and looked like he was beaten, but 140 checkout under the most enormous